going to show you how to make 3 easy ways to start building with your sculpture. Because sometimes when you get the base and you've got all your pieces in your bag and you're ready to go, it's hard to know how to get started. So here are 3 techniques you can use. First of all, I recommend getting an old paper plate or an old lid from your kitchen or even a scrap piece of cardboard and pour a little bit of your glue out in a puddle, where it's easier to dip the cardboard, almost like a chip dipping into salsa, than it is to try to balance the glue on the edge of your cardboard. So that's just one of my tips of the day, brought to you by Shake Shack. Alright, so the first one is called a T-joint, and this is the easiest way to get started. For a T-joint, you need 2 pieces that are a right angle, and that basically is just a fancy math word for a corner. All right, and what you're going to do is you're going to dip your first piece in some glue so that one of the edges is completely coated in the glue, and you're going to hold that onto your sculpture and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, contemplate the meaning of life, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you're really lucky, that should stand up. But in most cases, it needs more support. I've been practicing art for many years, so mine stood up, but you might need to do something to make it even more sturdy. And this is what you should do if that falls down. Take a second piece with a right angle, and you're gonna, or a corner, and you're gonna cover both the bottom edge and a side edge. And you're gonna place that together to make a joint that looks like the letter T. A joint is where 2 pieces come together. Again, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that is the beginning of a really sturdy little part of your sculpture that you can keep adding pieces to. I could add glue here, build up, and up. So the first method is the T-joint. Let's talk about the second method you might want to try. I'll put that here. Is called a phalange. Phalange, very strange word, but a phalange is a good way to start if you have a tube. And it's just a big complicated word for taking your scissor and cutting about every ½ inch, like so, around the edge of your cylinder. Once you've made it all the way around, you fold the edges out, almost like a flower. And you put a little bit of glue on each one of these tabs. Boop, 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 boop. And after you have a little dot on each tab, you hold it down to your base. And once again, count to that magic number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good, and that should stay there. I have one here that's finished. Might need a little bit more time. But you can see here is a phalange that has been glued down, nice and sturdy. If any of your pieces aren't being sturdy, like this one's giving me a little bit of trouble, you can just easily take a piece of tape. And we'll think of this tape as temporary. My tape happens to be blue. And you can tape these sections down until the glue has time to harden up. Let me do a little mini repair here. Good. The last method you could use is called the X slot, and this one is my favorite. So here's my phalange. The X slot is when you take 2 pieces, 2 shapes, usually they're the same shape, and you cut a line. That's called a slot. Whenever you put a line in the cardboard, it's called a slot. And notice I'm cutting only about halfway up each piece, and then you take those slots and you slide them together like so. And from the top, you can probably guess why it's called an X slot, because it makes a letter X. Again, you dip that in the glue, and count to 10 on your base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that, my darlings, are 3 easy ways to get started. After you have these pieces, it's good to just let them dry a little bit, maybe start working on another section over here. And once the glue has had a chance to dry, maybe about 5 minutes, your sculpture should be able to be so sturdy. After an hour or 2, you can flip it upside down. All right, I hope this is a helpful way to get started. Now it is your turn. Please try one of these methods and let me know if you need help. Thank you.